philosophical exercise here. What if the creator of the universe, and let's assume there is one, for the exercise, you're 16, 17, 18 years old, and the creator of the universe approaches you, and you know it's the creator. And the creator says, the purpose of life is for you to be yourself. And I was thinking about that. I randomly brought this up. We were playing Warzone. I was like, what do you think about this? To some friends. And the question was like, okay, if God said the purpose of life is for you to be yourself, do you think you'd be a good person? Because there's essentially, it's the only right thing to do is for you to be yourself. Now, would you be a good person? Right? Some thoughts that have come up. You could you do whatever you want then? Like, yeah, I guess. If there's there, in the sense of right and wrong, like the right thing to do is just to be yourself. I had some following thoughts with that because I talked about this to other friends. It doesn't mean serve yourself. And the reality is that everyone else on this planet, that is the similar purpose of life for them. Everyone's purpose on this planet is just to be yourself. The question one would be, would you be a good person? I don't know. I'm not going to answer that for myself and just talk about I would like to think that I would be, but who knows? Because it's not the same as serve yourself or just do whatever you want. It's just be yourself. Because so is yourself? Are you good? That's going to go down a whole are any humans good? Are we good, evil? But now just to be clear, I am religious, so I think there's more to life than just that. But I think there's still truth in that. If there is a creator, we are, or not, we are designed. There's no one else in the history of humanity that is me. Nature, nurture, my genetics and my environment have shaped this being in this moment. No one else is me. The question then is, who is me? Who am I? And how much of, I've asked my students in regards to nature, nurture, what percentage of you do you think would be different if you were born in a different time or place, right? And so thinking about that, if I was born in a different time or place, I would be different. How much of me would be different? And what is that part of me that would still be the same? Who is that? Because that is me. If you want to say your consciousness, your soul, whatever, but deep down inside there is a light or whatever that wouldn't change. That's still me. My hair, how I dress, how I talk, that would change. But you were born with something. It doesn't have to be a soul if you don't want it to be a soul. You were born with something, right? And who are you? And so if the purpose of life is to be yourself, that means escape all of the environmental nonsense and the pressures to put on this mask. There's a good lyric, I'm blanking on the guy's name, but it's the moment we were born, we began our career as actors, right? Take off the mask. And the purpose of life, to live a good life, is just to be yourself and follow that through. And whatever comes with that, it doesn't matter as long as you are being yourself. That is a good life. Now, personally, I think there's more to it than that. But I think that's something to think about. What does that mean? And to value being yourself over the consequences of you being yourself. What's more important? Something to think about.